Hey guys, welcome back. And to all you new subscribers out there, since the last video, I've noticed a jump in subscribers, so I want to say thank you all very much for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. This is a Nintendo gaming and discussion channel, so it is Nintendo focused. So basically, we discuss all things Nintendo. We discuss the latest news, we discuss rumors and speculation, we discuss things going on in the industry that relates to Nintendo. Whether it be good or bad, we discuss it here. So this is an unbiased Nintendo channel. Basically, we cover the good news, we cover the bad news, we cover the great news, we cover the rumors, all that stuff. As you guys probably know, this is not a damage control channel, it's not a hype channel. So thank you again, all of you who have joined and subscribed. I really appreciate it. And for all my current subscribers, welcome back. And in regards to this video, I think you definitely will like it. So let's get started. So I covered it a little bit a few months ago on this channel, just very briefly. I didn't actually make a video dedicated to it, but that Foxconn leak that came out about this supposed second dev kit for the Nintendo Switch, it was talked about at great length by other channels, but I didn't really talk about it myself that much because I considered it to be fake, and other sources said it was fake as well. And it still very well may be fake, don't get me wrong. But there is some interesting things that have taken place regarding this Foxconn leak from Reddit. Of course, the original post is no longer available. It was in Chinese, Mandarin, but there is some information on it on Reddit that was translated. And the interesting part about it is that some of the information was correct. In fact, some of it was exactly correct. In fact, this Reddit leak got the exact battery specifications to the T. It said the Switch was using a 4310 mAh battery, which is exactly what the Switch is using, confirmed by Nintendo. And it also said on a lesser note that there's multicolored Joy-Cons, blue and orange, according to here. Of course, it's blue and red, but it did say that. But it was very interesting to me, at least, that they got the battery specification exactly correct. Now, whether or not the rest of it is correct or not remains to be seen, but there is some interesting things to talk about from this rumored leak that we can go ahead and entertain for now. And again, this is going up against Eurogamer and Digital Foundry, who have slightly different, if not much different, information than this brings out. So this leak specifies a ARM A73 Pascal chip with the CPU powered at 1.7 gigahertz and the GPU powered at 921 megahertz, and which would be a significant boost from the Maxwell Tegra X1 processor. And this is where they said it was a 4G console and it could be charged playing its 4310 mAh battery. That's not changeable. They even said it's not changeable, which is correct. The battery is not changeable in the Switch. So those two things are exactly correct. And it said that it's all running stably and smoothly, not a single frame drop, using the software demos with the multicolored Joy-Cons. And another thing I got correct about the Joy-Cons was that they both have two shoulder buttons called SL and SR, which was confirmed to be correct when we saw the unveiling of the Switch just recently. Now, in that trailer, I don't recall being able to see anything that said SL or SR on the controller. Now, if there is, let me know in the comment section and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't recall there ever being noticed that there's SL, SR on the Joy-Con until it was revealed on January 12th. So this was again back in November of 2016, and they said there was SL and SR on the Joy-Cons, which in fact is correct. Now here's where it gets a little confusing, at least from my point of view. Now this might be because of the translation or the way the person was speaking, but it's not quite clear, and you'll see why when I read it to you. It says on this next part that there is a different dev kit version that is bigger in size, and that this version of the dev kit has no dock. It can be plugged into a TV without docking. Power is inside. Speculated provided the core is only included GPU. So I'm not sure if that means there's a separate GPU it's talking about, like a supplemental computing device, or if it means something else. It's not clear, and it goes on to say it would be even more powerful than PS4 Pro. Screen is the same size as the normal one. It's much more powerful, but also heavier, not feeling great in hand. Speculated for 4K gaming, and it's 16 nanometers. There's no battery inside this version, it says. So that's interesting, right? And this is all we have to go by. So, because obviously the more logical way of thinking would be that this is an external GPU that you plug in and it's compatible with the Switch and the dock or whatever, how it works. But this is making it out to be a different Switch, possibly different tablet that's compatible with this extra GPU. So maybe they're talking about an upgraded version of the Switch completely that has an external GPU, or they're talking about the current switch that can be compatible with an external GPU as well, that can be plugged into your TV. And again, this is the only information we have on this supposed second dev kit. We don't know if this is even ever going to come to fruition or if Nintendo's really developing this, but they did get some information correct in this leak already. The SL and SR buttons, the exact battery type, that it's not changeable, the Joy-Cons being multicolored. They even confirmed it was USB-C in this information as well. So I'm definitely not saying that everything that we see here in this information is 100% true, because there's really no backing for it, and it's now posted on Reddit. So it's definitely hard to just say, yeah, this is true, you know, even though they did get some things proven true already with the actual Switch devices. There's nobody else to back this up. So currently, I would definitely list this as a rumor and speculation on a rumor for now. And how it compares to Digital Foundry and what they found about the Switch from what they said from developers was that the Switch that is being released on March 3rd is based on a Maxwell Tegra X1 processor that is modified, customized, and the GPU is running at over 300 megahertz when it's undocked and over 760 megahertz when it's docked. And here this information is saying the Switch is actually clocked much higher, and that's using Pascal. And the discrepancy is that Pascal is more power efficient and could run at higher clock speeds, and the Maxwell is less power efficient and would run at lower clock speeds. And of course, as you know, the higher the clock speeds and the more efficient the chip is, the better performance you're going to get. But again, there's no backing for this information against Digital Foundry. Digital Foundry has been correct in the past already. So definitely take this with a huge grain of salt. And what I suggest is wait until March 3rd when the Switch is taken apart and people actually test and benchmark what the CPU and GPU can do in clock speeds, which I guarantee you they will be doing. Guys like the Ben Heck Show or Linus Tech Tips, they could be doing some kind of unboxing and dissecting of the Switch and doing benchmarks of it, since Nintendo won't release specs for it. But for now, the most credible source we have is Digital Foundry on the information they have. With the initial Switch gaming systems being distributed, they have it on good authority. You know, we'll give it to them because they got everything else correct about the Switch thus far, that it is running on a Tegra X1 Maxwell processor. But it's definitely interesting that this Foxconn leak has gotten so much information correct already before the information was actually confirmed by Nintendo in January. So they actually got this information correct beforehand, 2 months beforehand. It remains to be seen 100% exactly what is inside the Switch, and we will find out, like I said. And it is possible, you never know, that this could be referring to an upgraded version of the Switch that could come at a later date or have an external GPU that we don't know about. And it is something we could see Nintendo doing, would be making some kind of an upgrade path to the Switch if they do come to that, and make it something like the new 3DS, where they upgrade it every couple years and you get a more powerful version of it. In practice, I'm not sure how well that would be successful in the marketplace by just releasing an upgraded version every couple years. Granted, it works with cell phones, but you saw how many people complained about the PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox One Scorpio when they were announced as being upgraded consoles. So having an upgraded system like the Switch, even though it's a hybrid, which is a handheld and a home console, if Nintendo went this route, it definitely would be interesting, but it would remain to be seen how that would affect previous games running on the old system, you know? So let's definitely wait and see, but this is definitely interesting information. We will wait and see what happens. Like I said though, for now, the most credible source is Digital Foundry, but since this Foxconn information has started to become true little by little, it is worth discussing and comparing both sides of the information against each other to see where we do end up with it. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you very soon in the next video. Take care.